When we're talking about this river, it's a river of life. It gave life to everything, from the Darling right down through to the Murray mouth. It's been going for thousands and thousands of years.
All we have is our dreams.
When people got sick, they'd bring them to the Coorong and bathe them in the water. It was healing to Naringiri. That river lasted. It was looked after until about 200 years ago.
It's in you. It's born into you. You know, I might go into Adelaide for a meeting and I might see some Naringiri that'll live in Adelaide. Hey, Brother Tom, how was my Coorong? And I say, not too good. I say, not the same Coorong. Need water back to freshen it up again.
I've been watching this, my part of the country, it was dying. When you see things like that, it disturbs you and it makes you think what we should be doing. So it was get everyone together, get all the river nations together and get everyone dancing. I've been thinking about this for a long, long time. There was a need to do ceremony, to dance the spirit back into the lands and the people, from one end of the river to the other. The Ringbaln has been around for thousands and thousands of years, where our people would visit with each other. They visited and they traded, but they also danced and sang songs about the creation of this country.
There's nothing more important to us than to see the water flowing right to the end, down to the mouth of the Murray. That's the most important thing that we have to do in our lifetime.
You ask how important the river and the lakes is to us. It's like taking our spirit away from us. You're dead. You're nothing. You got no feeling. That's how important the river is to me and to my grandchildren, to my children.
This is the River Finis, and it's part of the Eastern Mount Lofty Ranges, and it feeds into the Lower Murray. And in the last 4 years we haven't had any water here. We haven't been able to use any river water off our licence. We've seen lots of change. The birds and the native fish that used to be down here aren't there now. There was quite a lot of turtles. We haven't seen hide nor hair of them for probably a couple of years. Whether they're there now, we can only hope. This water that's coming down at the moment is making a terrific difference. It's lowered the salinity in the lakes and here quite considerably, but we need a hell of a lot more to come down to clear out all of the salts and the nutrients that have come down the river. And bearing in mind that there's 2 million tonnes of salt that's moved down the river every year alone, let alone the other nutrients. That's got to be flushed out of the system, otherwise it's just going to build up and build up and build up until such time as the whole river will be useless. If the river is not healthy, then the communities aren't healthy. And without healthy rivers, we don't have a future. The Naringiri people say the river and the land are one, and they are. And without the water that's necessary, the land's useless.
This region on the Narung Peninsula would supply 50% of Adelaide's milk in autumn, and that's all gone now. The lake, it just dried up, and for 12 months the region was left without any water. I mean, you can't keep your animals alive on nothing. Most of us had to close our dairies down. I think it's been devastating. I know the huge impact it had on the farming community here. You can't even describe what it's like. The water's gone and that's it. You have to put your staff off. Those staff supply children for your schools. They supply staff for your hospitals and your schools. The community closed down. Like all farmers, we are resilient and we look for the future. We look for working with the land, but we can survive if it's done properly. It's such a dynamic area, and I don't think people understand the importance of the wildlife. It's not until we lost it that we realised how important it was. Come down here, see for yourself what we are down here. Don't be quick to cut off the bottom end of the system, because this is an important part of the system. It's got to the stage now we've got to work together as a combined group and say, listen, we're doing this for our future, for my children's future, for my grandchildren's future. And if we don't look after this whole system all the way through and it comes on down and flows out and flushes, we're killing everything off. Not just our farming, but if you haven't got a healthy environment, you haven't got a healthy community, and you haven't got healthy agriculture.
Langhorne Creek is arguably the biggest premium grape growing district in Australia. As an irrigator, I see the necessity for me to be here long term, not short term. And we're a family business and we want our children to be in this business, and the only way that can happen is if we can irrigate from the River Murray. We pride ourselves in Langhorne Creek on being some of the most efficient irrigators in Australia. The new plan will have impact on us as irrigators. However, as an irrigation community, we feel there's no point giving everyone the water they require, but then not having a river that is going to be flowing in 5 years' time. You wouldn't want to go and have a bath in the same water for a whole year and never pull the plug out, because that water would be pretty stinky and pretty yucky, and I wouldn't want to do it. It's the same as for the River Murray system. If we don't push water out through the mouth, the salinity problems will just slowly build up and move upstream into the other states. I hope that irrigators and communities above Lock 1 never have to experience what we've been through. And the only way is to make sure that we put the environment first and restructure our irrigation practices around that. The future for the River Murray is in the hands of a few people at the moment, and they really need to put politics aside, because if we don't make the decision now, irrigation communities will be decimated. Unfortunately, we've been taking too much for too long, and it has to stop.
Knowledge is with us. We know how to look after this place. We've been here for thousands and thousands of years. We're not going anywhere.
What you said to me, the words that keep me alive. For I am just learning since I was a child.